Hi everybody, thanks so much for coming to class on time. Today it's my pleasure and really an honor to have a guest here that took time away from his business, Beau Monde Guitars, and it is Lou Batone, and he's going to talk to all of you today about his business so that you as members of this public relations class can help him and generate some attention and some good PR for his new business.
What is it that got you started with wanting to be in the music industry and open up your store?
It's pretty much all I've ever done. You know, like when I was a kid, I started playing guitar when I was 11, and then played in bands, did that whole thing, worked at a local music store, and then when I graduated from college, I tried to get a job. It was right around 9/11, so it was like really hard to get a job because I was in interviews with guys that were like twice my age, willing to take the same cut and had more experience, so it was kind of a struggle. And then I ended up getting into a band that got signed, and we were on the road and putting albums out and stuff like that. And then when that ended, I ended up back at the same music store that I was working at. And it was kind of like, this industry's a little rough, you know, when you're doing like retail gigs, it's kind of dead end. So my partner and I one day were like, well, you know, what are we going to do? We came up with like a million like crazy ideas, you know, everything down to like, you know, Snuggies with sports teams logos on them, you know, all sorts of stuff. We could go on for days about it. And then one day we were like, well, let's just do what we know. And then we figured, let's just open up a store. And that's kind of how it happened. You know, it took about like 3.5 years of planning and trying to get like the loan and all that kind of stuff. But you know, here we are now.
Who believes sets you apart from other competing music stores and guitar stores in the area?
It's service by far. You know, I don't think anyone can compete. Service and knowledge. I mean, you can't walk into a regular store and like talk to an owner. You know, you're not going to walk into one of these big box stores and be able to talk to an owner. Most of the time, you're talking to a guy that one doesn't even know what he's doing.
Right.
You know, can't explain to you. You know, it's frustrating for a lot of guys, and we get a lot of that. You know, so that definitely goes a long way. You know, because like I said before, like if a customer can't trust what you're saying, then you know there's no value to it. You know, they got to know that they're getting the right information. You know, all the time. And that's what we kind of pride ourselves on. You know, we want to make sure that everyone's comfortable, everyone's happy. We try to please everybody. You know, if it takes staying in the store till midnight to fix guitars or other instruments or whatever we got to do to make them happy, we do it. You know.
How can we help you? What are the top 3 things, let's say, that you would like us to focus on for you? What would you like us to generate PR around?
I think the main thing for us is awareness.
Okay.
You know, like,
awareness with just the community in general that you're there.
In the community,
Okay.
you know, maybe with other school districts, because like I said, we rent band instruments for the kids, and we have all those accessories and stuff like that. Got into it a little late this year, but you know, we opened it up.
How about awareness inside of the college communities as well?
That too. You know, it all helps, but I think that would be my main priority.
Okay.
Letting people know that we're there.
Right.
Because that's the most important thing. Not many people know.
Okay.
And if they don't, we're in trouble. You know?
Right.
I guess public relations campaigns that you have in mind that we as like a group could help you enact or like build upon? Like you say you have open mic nights. Is there anything that like
I mean, the open mic nights are cool. We usually have some like staple performers now, like guys who just will come. I'd like to expand on that. It would be nice to get the word out there. Because it's cool. I mean, it's set up like a coffee house. It's free coffee and free dessert. So it's like, you know, if we can get more people to know about it, the better it is. And maybe some of that, our hopes is maybe some of that will convert to sales. You know, guy needs a restring, or he needs some accessories or something like that. I had mentioned, I think to a few of you that were over there, we do a couple of the like little kids programs, and one of them focuses heavily on special needs. So we wanted to do like an autism awareness event.
What would you say your main priority is? You said you want your customers to feel comfortable.
Yeah, my main priority is customer service.
Relationship.
Yeah, relationship is definitely probably the most important.
Do you have a lot of do you have students?
We have a lot of students. Yeah. I would say that within the 10 months we've been open, we're pushing about 60 kids. So it's not terrible. You know, my goal is about 200 kids in there. That would be, you know, the best for us, but it's a slow build because we're new and we don't really have the awareness that we need. For us, running that business is like a no-brainer. I could do it in my sleep because I've been doing it since I was 14 years old. But for people to know you're there, that's a huge reality check. That was a huge reality check for me.
How is Beau Monde involved with the community? Like, do you do mostly stuff with local businesses and schools, or more like corporations?
No, it's probably more local. We try to bring like a sense of community back to the music store. That's kind of what it's lacking, especially with like the advent of the internet. Everyone's hiding behind computers. No one goes out. No one does anything anymore. So we do like free restring events and open mic nights once a month, and whatever we can think of to like get people in the store, get them active. That's why even like the way we set up the shop is a little bit different. Like we have like a coffee bar and like a bunch of different little things, and like we actually like our front counter is a bar. People can come and hang out and just shoot the stuff about music. It's not like your atypical music store. It's not like walking into like a Guitar Center or a Sam Nash. It's all like dim lit and hardwood floors and all that kind of stuff.
So you want to build a community
we're
inside
trying to build,
of the business and a relationship with outside
Exactly,
business.
exactly. We're trying to get people through the door. It's more about the sale. We try to make it more about the people.
The relationship
Yeah,
with the
that's
people.
why
That's really commendable because
That's why we go like kind of above and beyond on the service aspect of what we do, because we repair and all that kind of stuff, and we like to spend time with the customers and, like you said, develop relationships because that's important. It makes them want to come back.
absolutely.
They know that they can trust you, and then that's it.
You could summarize for us. What message would you like your customers to receive about you? What's the message that you think is currently out there, and what's the ideal message about your business that you want them to receive?
That they can get like real advice, for musicians by musicians. It's what we do. We wouldn't be doing it if we didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
We have a passion for it. We've been doing it since we were little kids. So, we know that we can give them what they need.
Okay.
They can get the right answers when they come to us, and we're confident in saying that.